Our next stop was in Santos at the bottom there on the coast, but right next to it is Sao Paulo, and you can see it's a huge city. It's the biggest city in Western Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere.
I had no idea that it was that big.
We just went swimming at the beach at Santos, and Bill got to go in swimming too.
And it was a lot of fun, and the water is just beautiful here. It's not, no shock to get in. It's just so and lots of people out at the beach, even though it's in late summer now, here in the Southern Hemisphere. And
here's Billy on that sign.
And there I am toasting.
Yeah.
And I was toasting Katie, who's running up the beach.
Telling him that it's shallow enough for Bill to go swimming too.
And I did. I got help from some people there, and they took me swimming, and boy, it was great.
And then we have Rio de Janeiro the next day, and also
there are really two icons in Rio. One is Christ the Redeemer, and the other is Sugarloaf Mountain.
And getting up was a little treacherous here, though with an escalator, but he made it all the way up to the top. And here's the view, and you can see the Sugarloaf there out in the distance in a moment. But just there's such a good view from all the way up there
it's
at
such
the top.
An incredible city. And it's just like, oh my goodness. It's like, whoa.
And Christ the Redeemer was actually designed by a Jew. Of course, Christ was a Jew, so that makes sense. And he converted to Christianity, we heard. But instead of Christ on a crucifix, here he is offering redemption. And here's our obligatory picture.
Right. And then we went back down the escalator, and the same person helped us hold the wheelchair. And it's a little scarier going down, just because you couldn't see where you were going. But as you can see, my waving arms, I was really quite relaxed and enjoying myself.
Here we are getting on the cable train, electric train going down the hill, which is now a national forest. The foreigners arrived, actually when the Europeans arrived, they clear-cut it, but now it's been regrown.
And boy, it's grown up pretty well.
Very nice. This is the beaches there, and this is the beach of Ipanema, where the girl from Ipanema is from, and this is Copacabana.
Copacabana. The most amazing thing about the beach at Copacabana and Ipanema is the sand has mica in it. And when you get a full day's sun on the beach, mica will burn your feet. So basically the Brazilians have decided that they have to run little lines of water, as you can see there, down to the ocean to help people get back and forth from the ocean.
This is where we had lunch. It was a great lunch. And then our next stop is going to be to the top of Sugarloaf right there. And here we are.
Sugarloaf off on the right.
And here we are going up to the first leg of the cable car ride up there.
And it's just amazing. You just sort of elevate off the top, and there's Sugarloaf straight ahead.
Now we're doing the second leg of the cable car.
And you can see the Atlantic Ocean. And it's just so beautiful. And it just leaves me speechless, because I've sort of seen this image a lot, but to actually be there and go up there.
And they were very accommodating of the disability. They let us get in the cable car first. That's why I have a front row seat there.
Right, it's true, but they just took care of us.
And there's the view from the top. There's some sailboats and a picture of us. And then this, I really like this woman's dress, so I told her about it. She let me take a picture, and we became acquainted and exchanged email addresses.
That's nice.
And
that's Sugarloaf.
On our way out of town, and
there's Christ the Redeemer.
As we're getting farther and farther out, away, down to our next port, which is Cabo Frio. and that means cold, but it wasn't cold that day, and it was promising to be lots of body surfing available. It's so small, our boat had to anchor out there.
Way
We
out
couldn't
there.
go to a dock. So I went in, and obviously there was no body surfing that day. I thought I might go under that channel, but I was warned not to. And so I I changed clothes there and went around, and then I jumped off those rocks right below the fort there. And that was the end of our experience.
Brought a beautiful couple of days in Rio and environs in Brazil to a close.